Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 91. 59. Like the 59. And let's get this.
They'll run on first down. Sheldon. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he will not be able to get the first as he Fourth is only down to the 5. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. Well, it seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
From the 41, Greer is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Throwing on third down, Greer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now it's Breida. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
And he spins past him and into space. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the second longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give him some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go, baby.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Here's Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. On first down, Sheldon. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Greer. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Greer sets to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. Maybe someday they'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
50's a month. 50's a month.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Breida, he'll try the right side. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Greer now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man is lost, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to his...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Greer. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They'll run on first down. Sheldon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheldon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple. Greer. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 5-yard touchdown as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheldon, and an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the 2nd half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
On 2nd down, Sheldon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Greer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the fourth quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They run with Breida, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, the pressure gets to him again. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Greer. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheldon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now a give to Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Second and 10, here's Greer again. Open man is Hill, he's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Greer now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Greer on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On first and 10, Greer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Back to throw. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On third down, Sheldon. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
8-3. Keep it up. 6 down. Check 6.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, Sheldon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the kick by Butker is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation? And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City.